Hey everybody, my name is Nick. I've been in recovery, been sober since December 30th, 2003. Potentially unpopular opinion here. Learning how to control my nervous system by controlling my breath might be the most important skill that I've learned in recovery. If we get into the fight or flight response, which is just a fancy word for fear, we have a lot of fancy words for fear, anxiety, panic, but it comes down to fear. Fight or flight response in the nervous system takes resources away from the prefrontal cortex in the brain. That's where we make our rational decisions, and it sends resources and activity to the amygdala, the part of the brain that operates out of a fear state or a fight or flight response or a stress response. If I'm in the fight or flight response, if my body, my nervous system is experiencing fight or flight, my decision making will be tuned into dealing with an emergency. But if I'm ever in a position where it's not appropriate to run away or it's not appropriate to fight, I have no use for the fight or flight response. I need to be operating out of my rational mind, and engaging with the recovery process requires that we make decisions that are rational so that when the shit hits the fan in life, we don't run to a drink or a drug. We decide that it's best to call a sponsor in a 12-step program or go to a meeting and engage in working the steps of recovery. Recovery requires willpower. I know you'll hear that willpower is not good enough, and that's true. Willpower alone is not enough. We do need a total psychic change by connecting into that deep inner resource. In the last analysis, we found the great reality deep within us. But doing the things that sobriety, doing the things that recovery requires, necessitates changing behaviors. And when we're in the fight or flight mode, we tend to go to the default patterns. Critical moments, being able to switch to take the nervous system away from fight or flight and into what we call rest and digest. The relaxation response is crucial. And if we can get into the relaxation response, we have a much better chance of engaging with the steps of recovery. If I'm full of fear, I don't tend to do the best thing. If I'm full of fear, I don't tend to go to that 12-step meeting and talk about what's bothering me. I don't tend to call a sponsor or a friend and get some help. When I'm full of fear, I don't even ask for help. I isolate, I run away, or I lash out at the people around me. And recovery is the exact opposite of that. And the best way that I've found to regulate my nervous system without a drug or without alcohol is to control the breathing. The breath is like the remote control of your nervous system. Whenever you are in a stressed, fight or flight, fearful state, the breath becomes short, choppy, and shallow. And whenever you're in a relaxed, calm, serene state, the breath becomes slow, steady, and rhythmic. But it also works in reverse. If you stay in the short, choppy, stressed breathing pattern, you'll tend to perpetuate the fight or flight response. If you can slow down your breathing, especially slowing down the exhalations, you've got a shot, very good chance, of taking your nervous system into the relaxation response, where there can be more activity in the logical, rational decision making parts of your brain, less activity in the alarm system of your brain or the amygdala. And that's how it works. That's how breath can control your internal environment, your nervous system. And that's why I believe that learning how to control my breathing, to control my nervous system, might be the most important skill that I've learned in recovery.